Greetings, fellas. I am Jay, and today I want to show you my League starter build for Legion. I wanted to make it as cheap as possible, so I ended up with a full set of gear, which costs less than 100 chaos total, and I cleared the whole game. I did Uber Elder, I did multiple Elders, I did one yellow, one red Elder, I did 2 Shapers, I did 2 Temple bosses on 83, I did Mastermind on 81, and yeah, so I pretty much did everything that most players will do during the start of the league. This is pretty much the same build as I already talked about in my starter build guide videos. I changed over to Blade Flurry because I always liked Blade Flurry. Blade Flurry was always my favorite melee skill, and now it's actually really good for clearing maps. So, as you can see here on the screen, you can see these green like outlines from the area. So the area is like half of the screen in the direction you're facing, or the target acquisition range. I'm not sure if that's the correct word, but let's just go with it. I'm going to run a map now, which is an Elder Wharf map with 5 sextants, all additional monsters, additional rare monsters, additional monsters when killed, or that converted killed, monsters that heal, additional rares, additional poison monsters. Then I have Beyond on here, and I'm going to put Beyond from the map device. So fully juiced up 5 sextant tier 16 double Beyond map with Alva on there to show you, and double bosses actually, to show you that this build can clear every content, or at least every mapping content, quite easily. Oh, nice. Hydra map. Double Beyond is going to take a while, because even though we have a lot of range, it sometimes actually feels like you're a range character, because I can attack like to the edges of the screen. Okay, a Double Beyond is actually crazy on here. Let's hope for some actual like map returns. So what you want to do is you want to stay in Sandstance pretty much the whole time, because you want the increased area of effect, because you can see the like the green explosions whenever you hit an enemy that appear around the enemy are your actual AoE damage. And if they are big enough, you just have to kill one mob in the whole pack, and the whole pack is going to explode to your bleed explosions. So other than that, if you encounter some like really strong monsters, like a tough rare or a unique exile or something like that that you can't really handle, swap over to Bloodstance for that enemy. Maybe place a Wild Ancestral War Chief. Or even placing a War Banner. So I'm going to place all 3 of those things here, and the boss is just gone. I actually also activated my Berserk here, because I had full rage. So I killed him even faster. You're going to generate your rage during the map. We are using rage support on our main 6-link. And well, that's about it. Playstyle is pretty damn straightforward. For bossing, as I said, use all your like buffs and stuff. Oh my god, I have to open a door. I don't know if that's the correct door. I don't care. Yeah, for a boss fight you will see that I'm going to use all of those buffs I just mentioned. I'm going to swap over to Bloodstance for that. I will go for the Val Ancestral War Chief placement there. Then I will activate Berserk and place the Warbanner at the same time while I'm already next to the boss. And you will just burst him down. Come on, pick it up. Okay, for Monoliths, you actually want to go for Bloodstance here. Because otherwise you can't keep up your Challenger charges in some situations. In Sandstance you have to kill enemies to actually maintain your charges. And in Bloodstance you just have to hit rare or unique enemies. So Sandstance doesn't work while the enemies are frozen. Holy shit. Oh, I dropped a Val Temple map. What the hell? So yeah, Sandstance doesn't work because the frozen enemies you're killing or you are unfreezing, I don't know how to call that, actually don't count towards the effect for gaining your Challenger charges. And without Challenger charges, this build is crap. It's the biggest thing that you have on Berserker Gladiator currently. And without these charges, the whole build just feels slow and just doesn't make a lot of fun. Okay, you can see here, because we are using two actually really bad rolled Arn's Might, our damage is not that crazy. But we are killing these Beyond bosses nonetheless. And remember, this is tier 16, fully juiced up, 5 sextants, double Beyond. And I'm running 97 Chaos Gears. Okay, I'm going to skip the Alva right here. I'm going to skip a few of these monsters. And I want to show you how the boss fight is done. So I'm placing my totems. I'm activating Berserk and my Warbanner. And they're dead already. And yeah, Bloodstance as well. And these were, yeah, two bosses. Okay, I'm not going to do the Alva right now. I want to talk more about my items. So, as I mentioned before, I'm using two Arn's Might. Those give you area of effect, a really nice critical strike chance if you have the correct rolls, and a lot of PDPS. Using two of those means you're actually going to lose 2 frenzy charges, but in combination with a pacifism Viridian Jewel, which also grants you -1 maximum frenzy charges, you get both of the last lines of this item, both of the effects at all time. So we're looking at 100% crit multi, crazy OP, and depending on your rolls, 800 to 1000 accuracy rating. Which means you don't really need to invest into accuracy at all on the tree, because your hit rate is going to be super close to 100% already. I can show you that. So if we're going to the offense tab and we are choosing Blade Flurry, currently we have 100% chance to hit, as well as, whoops, I did not want to do that. Whoops, I did not want to do that. What the hell am I doing? Where's my passive tree? There you go. So we're looking at 100% chance to hit and 473 crit multi. If I remove this jewel, we're still having 473 crit multi because we are still at 0 frenzy charges, but we lost the accuracy. So by reducing our maximum to 0, we are always at maximum and we are always at 0 frenzy charges, which grants us both of the effects of Arn's Might. And these two items are actually the most expensive items in your build. This league there were 25 chaos each, but all the other leagues, and I'm predicting that in 3.8 or any upcoming league, these swords will be way less than 25, maybe 10 chaos in the beginning of the league each. Then I have a Sakonjas. I think I have tornado damage on there because that's just the roll I got from my Uberlab run. cost me around 7 chaos. Then I have the an amulet, life, some all attributes, resistances, nothing else, fully defensive. As well on my rings, I have life, I have intelligence, I have resistances, life, intelligence, resistances, life, resistances, life, intelligence, resistances, and movement speed and onslaught. So I didn't go for a higher movement speed here because I feel like I'm not really running a lot. The most of the time, if I want to get to a new pack, I'm jumping around. So I don't need that much movement speed. Other than that, for flasks, you want to have a Divine Life Flask of Staunching, probably Bubbling, but you want to have the recovery instantly. So whenever you press the flask, it's like a accident button, or a panic button. You see your life drop a lot, and then you just spam your life flask, and you're back to full life instantly. Then we are using a Diamond Flask, super strong flask for critical strike chance. So right now we are sitting at 41%, and if I use my okay, it doesn't actually show it, but what critical strike chance is lucky is doing is whenever you hit an enemy, right now I have 41% chance to crit. But if your critical strike chance is lucky, then the attack will be calculated twice, which means on the first attack it looks, okay, did my attack crit? If yes, then the second attack is not being calculated. But if no, it's going to calculate a secondary attack. And if you crit there, then you will have a crit overall. So you're pretty much like multiplicatively doubling your, or multiplicatively halving your non-crit chance. I think the maths don't really matter here. It's just OP for any crit build. Other than that, we are using a Sulfur Flask. If you want to spend more money, you would use a what is it called? The Lion's Roar in here, which grants you 25%, up to 25% more melee damage. Super strong, super expensive this league. I think it's still like 60 chaos. Then we are having a the combination of Jade and Stipknife Flasks. Make sure that you have Bleeding and Curse on one of those flasks. I mean Freezing and Curse on one of those flasks. And I also have Bleeding since I have a blue flask here instead of the unique flask. So yeah, make sure you have curses and freeze for mapping, which helps a lot. Other than that, I don't really think there's much more to say. Just whenever you need more damage, swap over to Bloodstand. If you need even more damage, place a Val Ancestral War Chief. If you need even more damage, place Warbanner. And then for bosses, also activate Berserk. And you just saw the two bosses there. They are just getting shredded within like 2 or 3 seconds on a tier 16 map. I think that's it. We can go have a look on the PUB real quick. This is pretty much straightforward. This is my current gear. I don't even have, I can show you in game again. I don't even have maxed out gems yet. So these are all only level 19. This one is level 20 because I bought it on a higher level. My Blade Flurry just reached level 19 actually, which is my main damage. And the rest is also just on a low level. In the PUB, you can see all my current items with all my current roles. We take Alira, and you can also change some things here. So this build doesn't only work with Blade Flurry, it also works with Cyclone. For that, you just go over here. You see Blade Flurry Cyclone. If you're playing something like a Blade Storm or Reef or something of these kinds of skills, you're going to swap out Infused Channeling for melee physical damage, because you're not channeling these skills like Blade Storm or Reef whatever. Other than that, I have to note that having a curse on a pretty much 4-link like curse blocking 4 jewel sockets or 4 gem sockets on your gear is not efficient. But since we have so many buffs and other things, we can't actually use any more of these slots down here. If you're moving a different way than I do, then you could actually swap punishment in here, and then you don't need to have it on your curse on hit, cast when damage taken setup. But yeah, I'm using it this way. This is not really efficient cursing. You're gonna have the curse up pretty much the whole time in the in maps, because we are using cast when damage taken level 1. 500 damage, then you're going to spawn a Stormbrand. Stormbrand is being attached for 5 seconds, and you just have to attack an enemy once to get your punishment buff, which is up to a 35% more melee physical damage and up to 25% increased attack speed. Super strong, super OP. In my opinion, this one's better than the other physical curse, which I did not forget right now. Let me look it up real quick. We can just go over here. Oh no, wait. We can just disable punishment for a moment. Then we go over here. Vulnerability. I think punishment is stronger than vulnerability, especially for mapping, since you get a lot of attack speed there, and attack speed helps you with jumping around and stuff like that. So right now we're looking at 1.8 million DPS on Shaper, which is way more than enough for killing every single thing. In the current game, when you're running maps, on straightforward boss kills where you don't have like rage build up in the beginning, it can get a little bit harder, like Uber Elder and stuff. But once you got through the first phases, you got your rage, you got your one ancestral war chiefs going, and you got absolutely going to shred your enemies. I think that's it. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate, just ask me down in the comments below, or come over to my stream, twitch.tv/BladeFlurry. I want to wish you a nice day and good luck in the upcoming endeavors you're going to take on during this league or during any future league. And you're welcome to join me on my journey. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.